On the board for Santa Rita, 26-goal team going up against 24-goal team. We've got 2 umpires, 8 players, 2 end zone cameras. The drone is in the air. The center field camera is ready. Umpires just giving some last-minute instructions. And we will get this game started and going. The Founders Cup halfway through, 12 games in this tournament. We have completed 6 of them, 4 of them within a 1-goal difference at the end. Ball's in play, and we're underway. And here is Lorente. Lorente sends Spinacci downfield as well as 2 other purple jerseys. And Lorente hits a shot down to Sugar Erskine. Chris Dawson comes in to clear that play out of the way. Santi Torres breaks up the play as well. There is Hey-Ho Taranco slips in between 2 purple jerseys and sends a pass to Diego Cavanaugh. Diego Cavanaugh at 9 goals. Looking to get the ball down the field. However, there is Nacho Figueres. Nacho Figueres turned it back towards center, sending it down for Spinacci, but Taranco with a near side back shot. Here comes Sugar Erskine, quickly running through there, has enough time, no whistle on the play, and there is Taranco. Taranco grabs that line and the right away, turning it back towards center. Hey-Ho brings it towards the outside. Hey-Ho now has a little bit of run. Spinacci going to try and stay with him. Spinacci and Figueres both right there. So, Cavanaugh breaks loose, trying to work that ball, and there is Nacho turning on the line, and we're going to have a whistle right there on the play. So, we'll see what the umpires decide after this call. A little bit of mix-up. Good sportsmanship provided by both team players, Nacho Figueres and Diego Cavanaugh. So, Diego needing just a minute right here. Shake off a little sting. And then the umpires will confer, and we will see how they resume play, but it looks like it's going to be a penalty shot in favor of Santa Rita. Santa Rita in the purple, Hawaii Polo Life in white. 2 goals on the board for Santa Rita. And looks like Horacio Lorente will tee up this 60-yard defended penalty number 4. In favor of Santa Rita. This field goes east and west. A little bit of a breeze blowing out of the northwest. It was 69 degrees here in South Florida at 10 o'clock this morning. And that wind, I won't say cold front because the people up in the northeastern part of the United States won't agree, but we'll say cool front coming through. And much appreciated as well, as it's been in the mid-80s here the last few days. Rather hot. So, Lorente is going to approach the ball for this penalty 4. Here is Horacio. Horacio along the ground, and it's intercepted by Torres. Torres puts a mallet on it, taking it over here to the boards. Now going to work that near side. Torres still on the near side. He's going to drop it off for Taranco. Taranco tries to send it up to Chris Dawson, but it's deflected by a pony, and Pablo Spinacci's going to run the turn to the left. Torres going to stay right with him. Pablo Spinacci with a long neck shot downfield looking for Sugar Erskine. However, he's got 9 goals on his hip. Here comes Taranco. Back to pick up the loose ball. Taranco going to turn it back toward the inside. Torres going to follow him up, but Taranco sending one right pinpoint pass right to Diego Cavanaugh. Diego Cavanaugh, he's got a step on Sugar. Cavanaugh with a nice centering neck shot over to Dawson. Dawson going for the ball, a nice approach shot. He's going to avoid the hook of Taranco and put it on through Chris Dawson. Staying out front, receiving a pass from Cavanaugh, and putting the first score from the field on the board here in the first chukker. Just a little over 2.5 minutes have gone by. Just under 2.5 minutes have gone by. So a quick goal by the Hawaii Polo Life team. Score of now 2-1. Federico Martelli, Gaston Dorniak doing umpire duties here this morning, keeping players and ponies safe. So Santi Torres gets the ball out of the bowl in, however, not able to control it. Sugar Erskine with a high lofting back shot, looking for Nacho. However, Hey-Ho Taranco receives that ball. Here is Taranco. Told to leave it by Torres. Torres drops it off to Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh has room to work. Torres going to ride Lorente. Kavanaugh gives the ball to Torres, but Sugar wins the battle on the back shot right here. Diego Kavanaugh turns it back towards center, and now a next shot over to Taranco. Hey-ho jumps on the line. However, Pablo Spinacci comes in with a nice offside open back shot, but Kavanaugh reads the play well. So does Torres. They're both coming back. So is Pablo Spinacci and Lorente. Torres now with the ball. Sugar Erskine was going to go to one if Lorente received the ball. Torres scoots by Lorente. Torres going towards goal. Torres going to stay just ahead of Hey-ho. Take a shot on goal and puts it on through. A nice play once again by that white Polo Life team, now scoring 2 goals early here in the first period of play. So it looks like we will have our first courtesy horse change when the umpires get back to the center. They will blow the whistle with 3:27 on the clock. And most players electing to change here. And as I mentioned, a cool breeze. Nice wind. Sweater weather down here, as a matter of fact. So, courtesy horse changes. The umpires are timing 40 seconds. And then we'll resume play no matter who's back on the field. Courtesy horse changes been taking a little bit too long. So the host tournament committee and the umpires tightening up, as we don't want to leave umpire horses and any players that don't want to change out there in the hot sun, with the exception of today, cool weather and cool breeze. So, looks like all players back on the field just need a canter around here a little bit to warm those ponies back up. And Chris Dawson found something on the field, would like to pick up and have it removed. Looks like a horseshoe. So we will certainly want to get that debris off the field. Don't want any horses stepping on a horseshoe or shying from a horseshoe. So Gaston Dorniak has a hook on the end of his pickup stick and can easily pick up a horseshoe, a tendon boot. And he does just that. So once Dorniak returns to the field, Federico Martelli will put the ball back in play to these 2 high goal teams. Grand Champions Polo Club keeping the tradition of 26-goal polo alive around the world. And here is Sugar Erskine, breaks out of the bowl in with the ball being stopped up front. He's got just a step on Diego Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh is not going to be able to get that hook, and Sugar Erskine taking the ball out of the bowl in. Nice controlled little touch. Passes to himself to take that ball down through and put a goal on the board for Santa Rita. So 3 goals scored, all of them from the field here early in the first period of play. So they will come back and line up on Martelli. Diego and Chris having a little discussion. Keep that man in the bowl-in up there. Keep Sugar contained. Don't let him win that bowl-in again. See what he just did. So Taranco's going to go up front a little bit more in the bowl-in, and Kavanaugh wins that bowl-in. He's in a sword fight with Nacho Figueres and Pablo Spinacci. And Torres gets a little piece of it. Spinacci unable to win that sword fight, but here is Lorente. Lorente taking the ball downfield. There goes Nacho. Nacho getting that ball out front. Can he keep it on the field from going over? No! Tough luck for Santa Rita with a nice pass from Spinacci on the far boards, but Figueres unable to put it where it needed to be. So we will have a knock-in, and it looks like hey-ho Taranco. Taranco going to bring the ball in off the back line. Taranco sends one over here to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh found that open space. Santi Torres up front. Chris Dawson down the field. Here is Diego Kavanaugh. Lets both players clear. Sends a shot back up to Taranco. Taranco's going to check down and allow that ball to pass the stirrup. Torres going to stay up. Torres unable to reach back. And Sugar Erskine with a near side back shot, but Diego Kavanaugh, the man with the number 3 on his back, sends a pass over to Santi Torres. Santi Torres in that red helmet, now coming for the offside play on that black pony. Torres with a nice shot up to Chris Dawson. Nice approach shot. Can Dawson get there? And no, it's going to be wide. To the right. So Torres' shot just a little bit too long. Dawson unable to get to it. So Santa Rita going to put the ball in play, and a Hawaii Polo Life player chooses to change down there on that end. And here is Lorente. And we've got a whistle right here, and looks like we've found something else on the field. Another horseshoe, possibly. Don't know if it came off here today or whether it was left on the field, but they don't do the mowers any good, that's for sure. So, Gaston Dorniak cleaning the field off for the players and has called play. Here's Lorente. Sending a pass out to the right-hand side. Spinacci gets a piece of it, and here's Sugar Erskine. Nope, that's Spinacci. Spinacci and Torres puts the ball over the board, so we will have our change of possession play right here, right in front of us. And Lorente will take that free shot. Nacho setting up a little bit of a plan with him. Umpire calls play, and there is the first horn. So that's going to end checker number 1 with 26 seconds left on the clock. A score of 3-2, a tight game here in the first period of play. So stay with us. We'll be right back for checker number 2, and we are live on Chucker TV. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Steve Lane with Chucker TV at the Grand Champions Polo Club, and we are viewing the World Polo League's Founders Cup 26-goal tournament. And we ended checker number 1 with the ball going out of bounds over the board, so we are going to start with a change of possession play in favor of Santa Rita. Santa Rita in purple, Hawaii Polo Life in white, score 3-2 right here to begin the second period of play. 3 goals scored from the field in the first chucker. 2 on handicap for Santa Rita and 1 goal by Sugar Erskine. And for Hawaii Polo Life, Chris Dawson putting the first goal of the game through, and Santi Torres following up with a goal for himself as well. Here is Lorente. Lorente looking downfield, hits a line drive. Who can get on it? Sugar's up front, but so is Heiho Taranco. Taranco going to take the ball underneath his horse's neck over to the far boards, running that turn underneath his horse's neck. Now he's going to slow down, turn it back to the right, trying to shake off Sugar Erskine. Santi Torres going to fall in behind, and a pass over to the center, and here comes Kavanaugh. However, Pablo Spinacci comes in for a near side play, unable to keep it going, and there is Diego Kavanaugh and Chris Dawson going towards that Hawaii Polo Life goal. Diego Kavanaugh, just a walk in the park right here. Diego Kavanaugh scoring the third goal of the day for Hawaii Polo Life, tying the score up right off the bat here in the second period of play. So Hawaii Polo Life looking pretty strong right here. So, players coming back will line up on Federico Martelli, one of the 3 world-class umpires that Grand Champions Polo Club has brought in. Martelli giving a little instruction or conversation to one of the players. So once they complete that conversation, we will have a bowl in. So we did have a meeting the other day with the host tournament committee, player representatives, and the umpires, and there were some rules that were going to be enforced, such as the delay of game, hitting the ball after the whistle, courtesy horse changes, and maybe a question arose out of that meeting right here that one of the players would like an explanation and ask in a nice way, and the umpires shall reply. So here is Hey-Ho Taranco. Chris Dawson calling for it down the field. Gets a little bit of a near side shot on it, but Diego Cavanaugh comes in to back him up and now sends a near side back shot of his own, but it's intercepted by Lorente. Lorente going to do a back shot over to Spinacci. A pass sent downfield, looking for a Santa Rita player right there, and that is Nacho Figueres being ridden off by Hey-Ho Taranco. Hey-Ho unable to play the ball on the near side. Spinacci's going to back him up. Spinacci on the far boards leaves it for Lorente. Lorente working by himself, but Diego Cavanaugh is going to stay back. And a ball deflected off the pony right there, and Lorente trying to reach a teammate, but that deflected ball, that pass did not go through, so Diego Cavanaugh waiting for some teammates to go downfield. There is Nacho Figueres coming in trying to steal the ball right there, and Cavanaugh sends a pass. However, Lorente is going to deflect that pass and bring it back towards center. Santi Torres is going to stay with him. Don't go to this play, go to the next one. Taranco tries to come through and pick their pocket. However, looks like a shot downfield. And Figueres riding off Cavanaugh. Figueres with a shot towards goal, but it's going to be wide to the right. So Santa Rita getting a little action going right here. Shooting on goal. 4:35 left here in the second period, so we will have a knock-in by Hawaii Polo Life. And Hey-Ho Taranco will bring the ball in off the back line. Taranco, little short shot. Cavanaugh going to break over to the left. So a soft pass over to Diego, where Spinacci cannot get to it. Spinacci on that steel gray pony right there. Cavanaugh working the ball, trying to get around Spinacci. Now going to bring it back towards center. Shakes him off momentarily. Here is Cavanaugh on the run. He's going to be picked up by Figueres. A pass down the field. However, it's not going to reach Torres. And here is Nacho. Nacho going to leave it for Lorente. All 4 of these Santa Rita players rated at 6 goals. Can't get any more balance than that. Spinacci on the line of the ball in the right of way. Santi Torres just a little bit wide. So a reaching call coming Santa Rita's way right here. So we'll see where the umpires put the ball, and I'm going to predict this is going to be an open goal penalty, and with 3:48 on the clock, we will do our courtesy horse change at this time since the ball is dead. So we are in game number 7, and a little bit of breakdown. We've got 8 teams in this tournament. Play within the bracket, so each team plays 3 games. Top team in each bracket going to the finals. Bracket A consists of Richard Mill, Pampa Norte, Great Oaks, and White Birch. And Bracket B, these 2 teams that we have in front of us, Hawaii Polo Life and Santa Rita, and Casablanca, another team in Bracket B, along with Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek. So there are your 8 teams. And the lowest team is White Birch with a 23-goal team, and we have 3 24-goal teams and a 25-goal team. That is not correct. Hawaii Polo Life is 26, and so is Casablanca and Richard Mill. So all players quickly returning, doing a good job, staying consistent with the outcome of the meeting the other day. All the players were notified by email, There are not any rule changes, just a reminder of enforcement of rules that are in place. And the courtesy horse changes designed by the Grand Champions Polo Club to help the ponies, keep them safe, help them recuperate a little bit faster, and that may allow the players to play their best horses a little bit longer or in more periods rather than just one long 7.5-minute period. So a penalty 2 in the process right here in favor of Santa Rita. Lorente looks like he's going to take the foul shot on his gray pony. Warming up, here is Horacio. And that ball is just wide to the right, so Santa Rita, a tough break right there on an open goal penalty. And Hawaii Polo Life dodging a bullet right there. So here is Hey-Ho Taranco bringing the ball off the back line. Diego Cavanaugh breaking over to the far boards. Pablo Spinacci going to go over there and give him this play and pick him up on the next one. So Spinacci trying to break up that play with Cavanaugh. Spinacci's going to try and run down Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh sends the ball up to Taranco. However, Nacho Figueres, he's going to leave it for Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh with a neck shot. Nacho Figueres stabbing that ball out of the air. Pablo Spinacci's going to send a pass back over to Figueres. A nice neck shot by Spinacci. Figueres looks over his shoulder. He knows he's got room. However, Spinacci's going to break for the pass as well. A little give and go between those two, and Spinacci back up to Sugar Erskine. Sugar Erskine can't control the bouncing ball, and here is Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh taking the ball forward, still taking the ball forward, using up a lot of real estate right here. Cavanaugh bringing the ball around the corner. He tries to hit a neck shot, and that ball is going to bounce over the boards, and we will have a change of possession play in favor of Santa Rita at their short end of the field. So Lorente going to circle his pony. Better hit it quickly, or the other team will get a free shot from there. 2:12 on the clock. 3-3 here in the second period. Lorente puts the ball on the ground. It's intercepted by Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh, and Lorente goes back. Cavanaugh going back towards the middle of the field, trying to get around out of the air, unable to control the bouncing ball, but Taranco sends it back to Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh pops one in the air, being ridden by Sugar Erskine. Told to leave it, and Santi Torres sends it up to Chris Dawson. Chris Dawson able to get on it, tops it a little bit, gets a piece of it. Players override. Santi Torres coming through, but nobody marked Taranco or Cavanaugh. Here's Cavanaugh taking it back towards center, and it is met by Sugar Erskine. What a play. Sugar Erskine anticipating that play. The ball over by the boards. He's going to check down, scraping that ball off the board. Sugar Erskine looking downfield. He sees Spinacci. He tries to get to Spinacci, but Santi Torres on the ball. Spinacci comes in and breaks it up. Spinacci picks up the ball on the offside, winning that play. Cavanaugh overrides, but Taranco picks up the ball, centered over to Torres, but it's deflected, giving Nacho Figueres the line and the play. And here is Spinacci coming in to play cleanup. Spinacci going to shoot towards goal and wide to the left. So Santa Rita, all four players working together right here too. Try and put the ball through the uprights. We'll get a knock in with 45 seconds left here in the second period of play. So, Hey-Ho Taranco bringing it off the back line. Hammers one downfield. Chris Dawson's right out front by himself. He's got a couple of horse lengths on the next opponent behind him. Chris Dawson running down the field, unable to make that shot. And there is Lorente. The ball's deflected off his pony. And here is Diego Cavanaugh being marked by Figueres. Cavanaugh on the near side. Now goes back to the offside, trying to turn the ball back towards center. Being ridden by players in there, and we've got a whistle, and that's going to end chukker number 2. We will see what the umpires call in the meantime, and we will start chukker number 3 once a conference between the umpires and the players have returned. So stay with us here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. You are watching the 2021 World Polo League Founders Cup. Welcome back, everyone, to the Grand Champions Polo Club, live on Chucker TV for Game 7 of the 2021 World Polo League's Founders Cup. Hawaii Polo Life taking on Santa Rita, in case you've just joined us. 26-goal team playing against a 24-goal team. All 6 players on Santa Rita rated 6 goals each. So well-balanced team, and we ended with an umpire's whistle on the second chucker. So it appears to be a penalty 2 in favor of Hawaii Polo Life. 3 threes on the board. 3 goals apiece, starting the third period. So the umpires did confer with the third man on the last play. And Martelli putting the ball down. Explain it to Santi Torres. Turning was the other rule that was discussed the other day in the meeting, and the outcome was if a player makes an abrupt line change and an opponent is coming down the line and the right of way within 2 strides of the player turning the ball, it is considered a foul and a dangerous play. Santi Torres looking for this penalty too. Santi Torres leaves it on the ground and sends it on through the goalpost for the first goal scored here in chucker number 3. So Hawaii Polo Life taking the lead here. And Hawaii Polo Life on your left, on your right in white, Santa Rita in purple on your left. Federico Martelli in the red umpire shirt, working along with Gaston Dorniak. Santi Torres in the red helmet. He's going to go and make a back shot right here, and there is, it looked like a purple player on the line. However, Diego Cavanaugh comes out with it. Diego Cavanaugh being ridden by Pablo Spinacci. However, Horacio Lorente rides off Chris Dawson, turns the ball back towards center. Here is Lorente looking for a clean, unridden player downfield, but now they're going to break away a high-lofting shot down the field. But Sugar Erskine can't get to it, but Diego Cavanaugh can. Diego Cavanaugh with an open back shot right over to Taranco, and Taranco with a shot downfield, but Lorente's going to be the first there. He sends a shot over into the center, hoping to find a purple jersey right there, and here is Spinacci. Nope, that's Sugar Erskine. Sugar Erskine on the move. Gets by Cavanaugh, but can't keep the ball going his way. Santi Torres going to pick up the loose ball, bringing it over here towards the near boards. And notice how Taranco rode off Nacho Figueres on that great pony. A nice back shot by Figueres, but nobody home there. Santi Torres and Taranco have the line. Taranco slows down. Going to try and get around Sugar Erskine. Taranco with a shot over towards the center, looking for Santi Torres. There is Nacho Figueres coming in. Santi Torres did take the offside. No foul on the play. Torres sends it down to Chris Dawson. Chris Dawson out front. Called off by Santi Torres. Dawson takes a stab at it. Torres can't get all of it. And here is Taranco. Called for a back shot by Sugar. Sugar checks down. Turns on the ball nicely. Sugar working hard downfield. Here is Spinacci. Spinacci can't quite keep a hold of it, nor can Cavanaugh. Left for Sugar. Sugar going to dribble straight parallel with the boards. Sugar still on it, ridden off by Cavanaugh, pushes him over the boards, allowing Diego Cavanaugh some space to go back to the offside. Now a little touch pass to Torres, but it's into Nacho Figueres' pony. Here is Cavanaugh back on the ball. Cavanaugh working down along these near boards. Check down. His pony kicks it out towards center, but it's picked up by Taranco. Taranco ridden off by Sugar. Sugar with a back shot. Here is Figueres. Figueres looking to score. Sends a shot into a pony. However, he gets back on the deflection. Here is Nacho once again. Nacho trying to get around Cavanaugh. Waiting for Cavanaugh to clear so he has an open window to shoot. And we are going to have a delay of game play right there. All players warned. It's going to be called a little bit quicker. And there is an example of it, so this should be a free hit in favor of Hawaii Polo Life instead of a bowl-in. No. So now it's going to be a spot hit in favor of Hawaii Polo Life. Delay a game is the call. So hey-ho Taranco going back to put the ball back in play. The clock does stop on that play. And hey-ho trying to send it up to Diego. Doesn't get all of it. And hey-ho still working on the ball. Diego's going to have to go back and get it. He outturns Spinacci. Has time to get back to it on the offside. Now Spinacci has to clear. Santi Torres going to pick up the ball. Santi Torres looking downfield, going to take it back towards the center. He's got Taranco out front. And a nice little pass over to Taranco. Taranco working the ball on the near side. Once, twice, now the offside. Going back to the near side, take it over to the center. Torres going to fall in behind. And a nice shot off the back of Lorente. Lorente's tough, didn't even feel it. And here is Spinacci and Torres right here. And Taranco picks up the ball, centered it out front, looking for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh has a little bit of a step on Lorente, and Kavanaugh puts it on through once, twice on the near side to put it between the goalpost for Diego's second goal from the field today. One in the second, Chucker. This one here in the third, and we will have our final courtesy horse change of the half. Right here, the whistle is blown with 3:07 left on the clock. So, Hawaii Polo Life taking a 2-goal lead here halfway through the third. And don't forget, today we have another game in the Founders Cup at 3 o'clock. Pampa Norte will take on the iconic White Birch team. So, 3 o'clock live on Chucker TV. And that will complete Game 8. So 75% of the way through this tournament. And just a little breakdown. Seminole Casino played the Coconut Creek. Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek defeated Hawaii Polo Life in the first game of the Founders Cup, winning 9-8 in overtime. And the same day, Great Oaks was over Pampa Norte with a score of 11-10, so those two games a 1-goal difference. And then last Saturday, Casablanca took on Santa Rita, and Casablanca was victorious by a score of 15-10. And then, Monday, we even had Polo on Monday. And Richard Mill took on White Birch and defeated White Birch 12-11. And then yesterday we had a doubleheader where Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek were the runners-up in that game with a score of 11-10, and also Great Oaks took on Richard Mill, and Richard Mill won 13-7. So there you are, up to date on how these teams are working, and the ball's back in play, and here is Taranco. Taranco controlling the ball, still on the line in the right away, just slips past the hook. And there is Chris Dawson coming in for an offside shot, and the whistle will sound, so we'll have a penalty 5 from the spot in favor of Santa Rita, going into a little bit of a breeze. Breeze coming out of the northwest. Field goes east and west, and Santa Rita trying to score at the west end of the field. So, Lorente putting the ball back in play on the ground, giving him a lot of room to work right here and take the ball downfield. He's dribbled it so far about 90 yards unmarked. And he is cantering. This is not walking or delay a game, so he is moving. And he sends a high lofting shot into the wind downfield. Santi Torres has to look up in the sky. He finds the ball. Once on the offside and now the near side. And here's Santi going to check down with Sugar Erskine on his hip. And here comes Hey-Ho. Hey-Ho Taranco working the ball down the field. Going to be ridden by Pablo Spinacci waiting on him, and so is Sugar Erskine. He loses the ball. Erskine picks it up. Diego Kavanaugh coming in, and that ball pops over the boards. So we will have our third change of possession play here in the first half. Appearing in Chucker number 3, and Hey-Ho Taranco going to put the ball back in play. Hey-Ho. Hey-Ho. Sends a shot downfield looking for Chris Dawson. However, Santiago Torres is going to come in and pick up the ball. He's ridden off by Lorente, allowing Figueres to turn that ball. Figueres Sending all three purple shirts down the field. He sends it over to the right-hand side, looking for Spinacci. Spinacci coming in. He doesn't have the line, but Dawson does. And Kavanaugh picks up the ball. Kavanaugh going back towards center, trying to get around Spinacci. Kavanaugh with a shot on goal, but off to the right. A nice attempt by the Hawaii Polo Life team in Santa Rita, trying to get something a little further downfield. So a knock-in. Lorente, umpire calls play. Lorente brings it in off the back line. Two purple jerseys over here on the near side here of the field. So Lorente still working, trying to get by Dawson. Sugar Erskine back there as well. Sugar Erskine's going to go downfield. Spinacci's going to come back and play cleanup. And a good thing he did, because Lorente unable to control the bouncing ball, and Spinacci on this gray pony has to deal with Santi Torres. Santi Torres told to clear. Spinacci still has the ball. Spinacci with a shot downfield, looking for Sugar, but hey-ho, Taranco had the line and the right of way, and here is Lorente. Lorente trying to get around Kavanaugh. They're over there on the boards. Both players in a sword fight right there. Figueres in there as well. Now Santi Torres is going to come in and make Figueres do a little work. Figueres out front. Figueres still with the ball. Torres takes a stab at it, deflects the ball, now on the near side, and here comes Santi Torres. Santi Torres has his head down. He's got his pony stretched out. He is trying to run, and the second horn goes right there, and that's going to end chukker number 3. And with the wind blowing, players did not hear the horn or the whistle. So we'll cut them a little slack on that. So stay with us when we come back after this halftime breakdown, and then we will start chukker number 4 with live action here at the Jan Pamela Field, the Founders Cup, hosted by the Grand Champions Polo Club. I'm here with Gaston Dorniak. Gaston is doing services out there as one of the mounted officials. And Gaston, how's this game going? It looks like, a nice friendly game. It's back and forth. Hawaii Polo Life dominating a little bit.
Good morning, my friend. Good morning, Checker TV. It's a great game. It's an open games. After the talk with the players, the game yesterday and today, hit the ball, use it, and with these simple rules, the matches open fast, and it's totally different if you're watching it by TV. You watch a great match. You know?
So it looks like the results of our meeting that we had the other day with the host tournament committee, the umpires, and the player representatives working out a little bit.
Yes, exactly.
Have you had any questions from the players about any comments made at the meeting or the emails that they received saying we're not making new rules, but we're enforcing existing rules?
No, I think everybody agree because it's more fun, it's more simple, and the people play polo. Think about it's no more fouls. It's easy to send it in the beginning. In the beginning, with the start, no foul, simple fouls, and the people know when you know how you make the rules, he know how you play, how you play.
I like that delay of game call that you had down there. So it only takes one or two of those a game, and then the message gets sent out. So.
Yeah, this is interesting because the same as I need to know the change the mentality. No more lane play. It's only use it. No more wait. But and the player need to learn that. It's not simple.
Okay, very good. Gaston, thank you for driving over.
Thank you
for taking your time. Doing a great job out there.
Okay.
Gaston Dorniak, we're going to let him get back. Stay with us. We'll be back in live action right back here on Chucker TV. Thank you, everyone, and welcome back to Chucker TV. In case you're just joining us, we are in Game 7 of the World Polo League's Founders Cup, hosted by the Grand Champions Polo Club. Getting ready to start Chucker number 4 after our halftime break and after our halftime breakdown with Gaston Dorniak, and we certainly appreciate Gaston coming over and talking with us to break down this game at halftime. And one thing that I forgot to ask him, with that delay of game walking rule, he mentioned it makes the polo more open, but also a lot more fun to watch and also a lot easier to umpire. So, Federico Martelli bowling in from the center right here. There's a scrum going on. Sugar Erskine in there, but Diego Cavanaugh wins the bowl in. Looking downfield, hooked on the play. Sugar with a near side back shot is deflected off a pony, and there is Hey-Ho Taranco coming on through. Quick whistle on the play. And we are going to go towards the Hawaii Polo Life goal. Both players coming together. A little bit of a rough contact there, but Sugar and Hey-Ho give a high five to each other. So great sportsmanship on the part of those two players. Polo being a gentleman's game sometimes gets out of hand, but most of the time when you have classy players like that on the field, things are under control and forgotten about. Mistakes and accidents do happen. So penalty 2 in favor of Hawaii Polo Life. Santi Torres already has converted one penalty 2 in Chucker number 3. In Chucker number 1, a goal by Chris Dawson and Santi Torres. Chucker number 2 for Hawaii Polo Life, Diego Cavanaugh scoring. And in Chucker number 3 for Hawaii Polo Life, a penalty 2 by Santi Torres and one from the field by Diego Cavanaugh. And that is going to be another penalty 2 in favor of Hawaii Polo Life, scored by Santiago Torres. Forced the Santa Rita squad a goal in the first chugger by Sugar Erskine. And remaining scoreless in Chucker number 2 and Chucker number 3. They received 2 goals on handicap. So now a score of 6-3. And we'll change directions of the bowl-ins. The first bowl-in was because that's where the ball ended on the field. And there is Nacho Figueres trying to outrun Santi Torres. Santi Torres quickly catches him and going to ride off Nacho. Santi with a nice near-side tail shot, but it's going to be picked up by Lorente. Lorente with a shot out to Sugar Erskine. Sugar Erskine going to work this ball towards goal. Sugar Erskine now on the near side, sending it on through. What a nice back shot there by Lorente. Sugar anticipating the back shot, turning and running to goal with nice easy shots and sending it through, giving Santa Rita the first goal of the half, the second goal since Chucker number 1. Sugar Erskine's second goal of the game. So once again, we will have a bowl in from the boards to the center, at the center of the field. Santa Rita in purple, Hawaii Polo Life in white. And there is Sugar Erskine with a near side shot, but Diego Cavanaugh is going to be the first to go back. Sugar Erskine breaks up the play. Cavanaugh breaks towards center. Taranco sees that going on and hits a pass over to him. Now Nacho Figueres on that dark bay pony right there, going to run him down. Cavanaugh checks down, takes it behind Figueres. Diego, he's able to go back and pick up the loose ball, bringing it back towards center, trying to get around Figueres. Santi Torres tries to deflect that play, but Sugar Erskine now going to jump on the loose ball, unable to turn it towards center, and Santiago Torres picks it up with a shot, but it's deflected off a pony. Still on the field so far, and now out of bounds. So we'll have a knock in. That ball well wide. And Santa Rita looking for a ball from the goal judge. And the umpire calls play, and Lorente, Horacio Lorente, bringing it in off the back line. Lorente, all Santa Rita players breaking downfield, and Hawaii Polo Life covering Lorente just a little bit tighter right here on these knock-ins, not giving him as much room as they did here in the first half. So, Spinacci gets the ball, trying to get around Cavanaugh. Now, Lorente going to go back. Lorente takes it forward, needs to go the opposite way. Now a back shot over towards center off of Santi Torres' horse, giving him the ball, followed by Cavanaugh. Torres going to hit a neck shot to the right-hand side of the goal, and Lorente is going to watch that ball trickle over the back line so he can have a forward shot on a knock-in. So Hawaii Polo Life taking shots on goal, dominating the early part here of chukker number 4. Here is Lorente going back towards center. He's got players fanning out. They all fan out, looking for a pass, but they are covered up and marked very well by the Hawaii Polo Life team. Lorente sends a bomb downfield. Sugar Erskine can't get to it, but hey-ho Taranco with a tail shot. Chris Dawson coming in there as well. And there is Lorente coming, and the umpire with a whistle on the play. And it certainly looked like a foul from here. So the umpire is conferring with the third man. And third man on the radio, communication. So at this time, we'll do the courtesy horse change as well with 3:39 on the clock. So some discussion between the umpires and the third man. It has not been decided at this time. So, or announced, as all the players are off the field. And don't forget this afternoon at 3 o'clock, Pampa Norte will take on White Birch for game number 8 of the World Polo League's Founders Cup, hosted by the Grand Champions Polo Club. Six to 4, right here, waiting on confirmation of the call. Or maybe there is confirmation, and the umpires will announce it once all players have returned to the field. So Santa Rita not agreeing with that call. I have not heard the word challenge over the radio, but I could have missed it, or maybe it's just a third man call. Santa Rita believed that the line changed and given them the line. So the umpires disagreeing on the call. So no foul declared on the play. So Santa Rita will have a bowl in on Martelli. So all players lining up. And that's one, hopefully you viewers at home got a good look at that play. But anyhow, the ball's bowled in, and Taranco gets a piece of it right here, but Kavanaugh's going to go back and pick up the kicked ball once on the offside, then the near side. But Taranco picks it back up, sends a shot where Chris Dawson is out all alone with 4 horse lengths on the nearest Santa Rita player. Chris Dawson driving the ball towards goal. Chris Dawson, 2-goal player with another shot, tops it just a little bit, and here is Santa Rita coming in with the ball, but a nice bump by Taranco. Taranco's going to win that play and take it towards goal. Just a little stick and ball session right here, giving goal number 7 to Hawaii Polo Live, scored by Hey-Ho Taranco. From the field, Hawaii Polo Life leading by 3 over Santa Rita Polo Farms. Gaston Dorniak, the official in yellow. Federico Martelli, the mounted umpire, in red. Gaston Dorniak throws the ball back in. It's off a pony and bounces out of the bowl-in. And we've got a quick whistle out of the play as Nacho Figueres jumps on that deflection. Diego Cavanaugh coming across. And looks like we might have a challenge right here. Diego thought he was on the line. So, no, he decides, I'm not going to use that challenge this half. We'll save it. So, a penalty looking in favor of Santa Rita Polo Farm. And Gaston Dorniak had the radio off his hip, ready to go to the instant replay official. But I think Diego Cavanaugh said, no, never mind. Maybe talked out of it by a teammate, saying, Diego, yeah, that was a foul. You crossed the right of way in front of Nacho. So Horacio Lorente teeing this ball up on a penalty 4. 60-yard shot, a little bit of a wind at his back, so a slight advantage here on this penalty 4. And going to do a big circle, which gives Heijo Taranco time to come back and get in position. Should the ball be hit with Heijo Taranco behind the ball, he would be offsides. Here is Lorente. Lorente, the ball's deflected by Torres, popped out of the air by Taranco. Santi Torres now being ridden, picks up the ball. A little flip shot over and towards center by Erskine. However, Torres comes through and a whistle right there close in the mouth of the goal by the umpires. And it looks like Hawaii Polo Life will be going back behind the end line and the goal line for a penalty 2 from the spot or the 30 in favor of Santa Rita. And Hawaii Polo Life is going to challenge the call on that play. So we'll see what the instant replay official decides after looking at all angles. So we like to keep these challenges fairly quickly. Good communication from the umpires to the instant replay official is very, very important, especially nowadays that the slow whistle is played and the umpires play the advantage. So sometimes you see a little foul, then another little foul, and then maybe the third one gets called. And just the word challenge does not do much help. The instant replay official will say, did you call the first one, the second one, or the third one? So sometimes too much information is good information. However, it has to be quick because we don't like these horses standing out here in the hot sun when it is hot. And the instant replay official has the end zone camera right down there, provided by Chucker TV. The drone up in the air. And also, the center camera was zoomed in for you folks can see all 3 of those angles as well. And it looks like Hawaii Polo Life is going to retain their challenge as no foul declared on the play. Santa Rita was looking like a Rottweiler with a pork chop bone for a penalty 2 right there. However, Diego Cavanaugh is going to take that ball out of the mouth of the goal and ridden off by Spinacci. Spinacci with a near side back shot. Torres can't quite get it, but Heijo Taranco can. Heijo, Diego Cavanaugh behind, going to take it back towards center. Heijo, hooked by Spinacci. Near side back shot by Figueres, but Diego Cavanaugh goes back to retrieve the ball on the ground. Now, Santi Torres running interference on Figueres for Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh works it back towards center. Santi Torres and Figueres break downfield. He sees Heijo Taranco, but Lorente sees that ball as well, and an offside tail shot over 2. Here is Sugar Erskine on the move. Santi Torres on his left-hand side. Sugar Erskine, now Torres catches him even, saddle to saddle, shoulder to shoulder, right off, and Diego Cavanaugh going to turn on the ball. Here's Cavanaugh. He's got to get around Spinacci. And he sends a shot downfield. Chris Dawson in waiting out front. Hits the ball downfield. Lorente's going to have to go after him. Lorente's going to choose the near side. Chris Dawson with a neck shot towards goal. Now Lorente on the ball in the line. I do believe, and that ball is going to stay on the field where Lorente can turn the ball on. Now we have a 4-on-3 situation in favor of Santa Rita. Santa Rita back over to Erskine. Erskine sending it back up to Spinacci. But Heijo Taranco has a different idea. Heijo Taranco. He's going to turn the ball tightly. Now has to get by Spinacci. And Figueres comes on through and is whistled for his efforts on the play. So we will have some discussion here with the umpires and possibly a center field hit or a penalty 4. Wherever they decide. And it looks like they're going to move towards the penalty 4 line. 31 seconds on the clock. So we will have a hit and a quick horn. And the remaining score of 7-4, unless Hawaii Polo Life puts this where it needs to be to go on the board, which would make it 8-4. So a 60-yard foul shot coming in the direction of Hawaii Polo Life. Not many penalty shots made in this game so far. Just 2 penalty twos by Santi Torres, 1 in the third and 1 here in this period. So both teams, and of course open goal missed earlier. Don't like to throw any players on the bus, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But hey-ho, Toronto, carefully teeing the ball up. A little bit of a wind coming at Hawaii Polo Life on this penalty shot from the right-hand side of them. And Diego Cavanaugh is going to attempt penalty 4, 60-yard defended shot. Cavanaugh puts it up in the air, high in the air, through the goal, 8-4. There's the first horn. That's going to end chucker number 4. Hawaii Polo Life in the lead, going off the field after converting that penalty 4. Stay with us for 2 more chuckers to go right here on Chucker TV. Hello once again. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're enjoying today's game. We are glad you are tuned in with us on Chucker TV. 2 more chuckers to go, starting the 5th period with a score of 8-4 in favor of Hawaii Polo Life over Santa Rita. And should Hawaii Polo Life come out victorious today, they would have a record of 1-1 and Santa Rita 0-2. And, of course, that would be the opposite. If Santa Rita comes out victorious today, they would have a record of 1-1, and Hawaii Polo Life a record of 0-2. So don't count Santa Rita out yet. 4 6-goal players on that team, and Lorente's going to come up here in the bowl-in at the number 1 position. Ball deflects off a pony outside. Santi Torres jumps on it early. Santi Torres looking downfield. The man in the red helmet hits a shot out to Diego Cavanaugh. What a nice pass. Diego Cavanaugh out to Chris Dawson, but he's going to go by Chris Dawson. And a whistle on the play right there. So Cavanaugh did a no-no. And it looks like we will have a penalty 5B, I'm predicting, or 5A, in favor of Santa Rita. We ended chucker number 4 with a penalty 4 shot. 31 seconds left on the clock. So Santa Rita going in the direction where Hawaii Polo Life just scored. Umpire calls play, and Horacio Fernandez Lorente will hit that dead ball. Lorente, 3 purple jerseys up front. Chris Dawson going to stay back, put pressure on Lorente. Lorente puts it on the ground, and there is a foul right in front of us with Pablo Spinacci turning on the line.
Yeah, that's what I said. Turned on the line.
Gaining the right of way, catching Diego Cavanaugh with the right of way violations. So we will have a penalty 5A once again from the spot. So Lorente just did this a little while ago, and now gaining some real estate. Going to attempt it once again. Chris Dawson, 30 yards. Lorente sends it down the field, looking for a purple shirt. Sugar Erskine going to come in there with Hey Ho Taranco. They come together, both of them. Mallets come together, pops out. Santi Torres jumps on it. Santi Torres on the move on that gray pony, the man in the red helmet. And Lorente going to take the ball forward and a back shot over towards the boards, allowing Figueres with the back shot, but nobody home. Taranco turning the ball. Sugar Erskine on the gray pony as well. Sugar Erskine's going to try and run him down. Taranco gets the shot off before Erskine can come there. Santi Torres going to go down the middle of the field. A controlled shot off to the right. In case he was ridden off, he would have a neck shot towards goal, which he's going to have right here. But Pablo Spinacci jumping on the ball here. Spinacci on that black pony, looking for Figueres or somebody to pass to. Figueres does receive the pass, but he's hooked by Spinacci, and Chris Dawson knows he doesn't have a play, allowing Lorente to come on through. Lorente breaking downfield, hits it over towards the center. But there is Cavanaugh and Torres come together, and we've got a whistle on the play right here. And I believe we are going to go towards the Santa Rita goal for a shot in their favor. So Santa Rita drawing fouls here in the 5th chukker. I believe this is the most fouls we've had in any one chukker after 4 periods. 5:54 left on the clock. So a lot of time left here in the 5th chukker. So a penalty 4 in favor of Santa Rita. Lorente, who usually takes these foul shots, goes off to change a pony. So Nacho Figueres and Pablo Spinacci will tee up the ball. Maybe for Lorente, or maybe one of them will take the foul shot. Courtesy horse change has not come yet, so Lorente must change on his own time. And he's jumping on a gray pony, so we'll have 3 gray ponies out here this period. And players have 20 seconds to tee up the ball. But probably stalling a little bit for a teammate to get back on the field. And Lorente returning, having a little discussion. And the umpire has called play. So Pablo Spinacci, he's going to try his stick at putting this ball up high over the heads of all the players and between the goalposts. And here is Pablo, 6-goal Spinacci. Spinacci doesn't get the shot he wants. However, it's stopped and picked up by Taranco. Taranco coming out with it. Taranco, a swing and a miss by Taranco, and a back shot by Lorente. Can the purple jersey get on it? No. It's picked up by Cavanaugh. He stayed back with Taranco going through. Cavanaugh still on the ball. Cavanaugh with a shot downfield. It's going to reach Chris Dawson. Chris Dawson able to go to the offside. Didn't get the pony over quite fast enough. And here is Lorente. Lorente bringing it towards the outside. Hooked by Santi Torres. Still able to get a stick on it. But Figueres going to pick it up as well. Figueres loses the play to Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh with a shot on goal. And hard to tell whether that was good or not. But, yeah, the goal judge finally says, yep, that's a goal. So, a broken play there by Santa Rita, and Kavanaugh picking up the loose ball, putting it on through for Hawaii Polo Life's 9th goal of the game. 2 on penalty shots, the rest from the field. Santa Rita so far scoreless on this period. So, the ball back in play. Kavanaugh center next shot once again down to Chris Dawson. Chris Dawson has to outrun Spinaci, which he does. A next shot. Dawson still on the ball. Another next shot. Not going to be able to get back to this one. Spinaci now coming back for a back shot over to Lorente, but it's broken up by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh once again shooting towards goal. He shoots and sends it on through. Back-to-back goals by Kavanaugh, intercepting passes from Santa Rita, breaking up plays, scoring goals. Diego Kavanaugh, and that's why he's 9 goals right here. Hawaii Polo Life now in double digits, and we've got a truck driver score right here, 10-4. And Gaston Dorniak bringing all the players back, lining them up, puts the ball in play. And who comes out with it? Santa Rita winning this bowl in. Pablo Spinaci hitting a little too far, allowing Kavanaugh to jump on the line and the right of way. Here is Lorente. He's going to play number 2 on this play, sending it down to Chris Dawson. Chris Dawson going to goal. Chris Dawson with a nice one-time shot, half swing, scoring another goal in favor of Hawaii Polo Life. Chris Dawson's 2nd goal of the game, bringing them 11-4 over Santa Rita. So when the umpires get back, they'll blow the whistle. We'll have a courtesy horse change right here with 3:16 left on the clock. And remember, today at 3 o'clock, another game in the World Polo League Founders Cup, and we have Pampa Norte with Waqas Al Sadiq, Pedro Falabala, Magula Prida, and Santiago Losa. However, Mateus Torres Zavaleta in the Pampa Norte's first game substituted for Magula Prida, so we'll wait and see who they show up with today. And White Birch with Chris Brandt, Mariano Aguirre, Facundo Lorente, and Santiago Tocolino. White Birch 23-goal team and Pampa Norte 23 as well. So 2 evenly matched teams. And it's always great to see White Birch down here playing in the World Polo League. White Birch has been around for a long time. And we appreciate the Brandts keeping a team in the World Polo League hosted by the Grand Champions Polo Club. So all players just getting a little bit of extra warm-up on their ponies, and now Dorniak calls them to the center. And Diego Kavanaugh needing something a little bit different. Maybe didn't get the right mallet. Maybe needs to take off some spurs. So all players waiting. And the final set for March 14th was still games to play. And we've got one game on Saturday at 4 o'clock here in the Founders Cup, with Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek taking on Santa Rita, and that's Saturday. And then a doubleheader on Sunday with Richard Mill will face off against Pampa Norte. And Great Oaks at 4 o'clock will take on White Birch. So a lot of polo left in this tournament. Actually, at Grand Champions Polo Club today, not only do we have these 2 high-goal games, but there's an 8-goal game at 11 o'clock, 6-goal game at 1 o'clock, and then another 8-goal game at 4:30. So 5 games today played at Grand Champions. In the meantime, Santi Torres is going to break out of the bowl in with an offside play, now near side. Still able to get back towards the ball, trying to center it over towards the goal. Lorente unable to get a near side back shot off. And it is Spinaci and Kavanaugh leaving it now. And here is Spinaci. He's got Figueres and Sugar downfield. Sugar going to try and reach Figueres. Sugar sends it over to the left-hand side. He's still got one more play. Figueres going to fall in behind. Sugar leaving it for Figueres. Goes upfield. However, it's into a pony of Torres. Figueres able to turn the ball back towards center. Figueres still on the ball. He's got to get by Santi Torres. Santi Torres has to give away a little help from the pony. Figueres into a pony. Here comes Kavanaugh to break up the play. Now Figueres back with a near side back shot. It's once again deflected off a pony. However, Lorente tries to hook Torres, and Lorente is going to get caught for riding in from behind on the hook. Torres unable to take a full swing. Umpires come together. They were right there together, side by side. So we'll see what they determine for the outcome. And it looks like a spot hit in favor of Hawaii Polo Life. And some people think that spot hits are not an advantage, but you get a choice of which player you'd like to hit the ball. All the defenders 30 yards, and you get to tee up the ball. So many times it is an advantage. But Taranco sends it over to his right, follows up his own shot. Here is Torres on the ball. Torres trying to get by Spinacci. Ball up against the boards. Torres going to slow down, go by Spinacci, plays the ball on the near side. Here is Taranco. He's trying to get loose of Spinacci too. Has to play the ball on the near side with Spinacci on his right hip. Now Spinacci sends a neck shot over to Sugar Erskine on the near side. Sugar Erskine coming strong here on this black pony. Sugar Erskine swings through the hook of Taranco. Diego Kavanaugh is going to come back and ride him. Ball up against the boards. Sugar Erskine. Oh, and tough luck for Santa Rita. Sugar Erskine trying a neck shot. Not getting all of it, and that ball bouncing over the boards. So we will have another change of possession play right here. About 60 yards, 70 yards from the center line in favor of Hawaii Polo Life. Kavanaugh goes by Taranco and says, hey, I'm going here. Do what you can. Taranco sending the ball downfield. However, Horacio Lorente goes back. He's got Nacho Figueres a little bit behind him. Figueres breaks downfield as well, looking for Spinacci over towards center. Kavanaugh with a near side back shot over to Torres. Torres with a back shot back over to Taranco. This Hawaii Polo Life team working well together. They know where each other is. Now Taranco bringing it back towards center. He's got three choices of who to hit to right here, but Kavanaugh is marked up by Spinacci, but Torres comes in and gets the play, and we've got a whistle right there on the play. So we'll see what the umpires determine here. Is Torres turning around, Sugar coming through, Spinacci on the line. So I am not going to second guess that play right there. And of course, both teams having a challenge left. 35 seconds left on the clock in the fifth, and they are going to march down. So I assume Santi Torres, when he turned around on top of the ball with Sugar coming, a bit of a right-of-way violation. So a center hit right here, and Cat's two-point challenge play possibly with the wind up at the back, and Lorente teeing that ball up carefully. A two-point play right here would certainly help the Santa Rita team, and the ball placed properly behind the line. And Gaston Dorniak has called play, and here is Horacio Lorente, 6 goals on a penalty 5. Lorente with a shot downfield, not going to reach Erskine, but Erskine's going to ride off Taranco. Here is Figueres. Figueres turned quickly, shoots towards goal, but it's into Torres' pony. Torres picks up the ball, sends it over to the far boards. Torres still on the ball, ridden off. And now, here is Figueres. Figueres going to send it over to Lorente, but he's ridden off by Taranco. Santi Torres out of the air with a back shot looking for Kavanaugh. And there is Sugar Erskine. Hits the ball, and Taranco meets it dead on. Sugar not seeing him, so that's going to end chucker number 5 after the second horn. The ball still on the field, so we will start chucker number 6 when we come back to live action here on Chucker TV. Welcome back to the sixth and final period of regulation play. I'm Steve Lane, and we are watching game number 8 of the World Polo League's Founders Cup 26-goal tournament hosted by the Grand Champions Polo Club. We ended checker number 5 with the ball on the field with the second horn, so we will start with the bowl-in. From the center to the boards on Gaston Dorniak, working with Federico Martelli. Martelli in red, Dorniak in yellow. Santa Rita Polo team in purple, Hawaii Polo Life in white, and Hawaii Polo Life is leading with a score of 10-4. It's been a good game back and forth up and down the field, and fun to watch. Some great teamwork by both teams. And Dorniak puts the ball on the ground to the players. Pablo Spinacci, the first to put wood on it, allowing players to clear. Spinacci shoots towards goal, just wide left of that left-hand post. So Hawaii Polo Life will bring the ball in off the back line by services of Heiho Taranco. Diego Cavanaugh sticking closely in there. Cavanaugh breaking down towards the center of the field, and a nice shot downfield. However, nobody there but Santa Rita jerseys. Spinacci with the back shot over to Sugar Erskine. Sugar Erskine with a back shot to Nacho Figueres, but Santi Torres reads the play and sends the ball across the field on a neck shot. However, Nacho Figueres, first one there, a nice little back shot over to Lorente. Lorente trying to get around Torres. Lorente still working the ball towards goal, shoots towards goal, and puts it on through for Santa Rita's 5th goal of the day. First goal for Lorente, and first goal for Santa Rita since the 4th period. So Santa Rita looking to gain a little momentum, a little chemistry between those 4 6-goal players in the purple jerseys. So all players back towards center. Umpires have done a great job of keeping the players on the field for courtesy horse changes and between periods, I must say. So Santi Torres gets the ball out of his team's side of the lineup, now told to use it. So Santi Torres has to hit away or run with it. However, it's intercepted by Figueres. Diego Cavanaugh gets a stick on it. Cavanaugh trying to shake loose Spinacci. Cavanaugh, right, left, now down the boards. Figueres going to fall in behind. Cavanaugh still working the ball. Figueres with the back shot, breaks up the play. But Heiho Taranco coming back to rake it off the boards, turn it away from the boards, now turns towards center of the field. Cavanaugh running a little interference for him. Sugar comes in and tries to break it up. However, Cavanaugh comes out with it, shoots towards goal. It's off of Pony's foot, unable to reach Dawson, and Lorente's going to pick it up. Lorente trying to get around, stolen by Cavanaugh once again. Cavanaugh playing a great game here this morning, and now Cavanaugh and Nacho Figueres still on the ball. Here is Figueres. Spinacci's going to come on through. He reads the play very well. Spinacci trying to outrun Santi Torres. He bumps Santi Torres, still working the ball on the near side, unable to get that last shot off. A back shot by Cavanaugh, but Figueres is going to turn around, take it back across the center with a pass over to Sugar. Sugar controlling that bouncing ball. Sugar with another shot. He's got Spinacci downfield. He's got 2 horse lengths on the closest Hawaii Polo Life player, Torres, with a back shot. Oh, and unable to get to it by Sugar. Taranco can't either, but Lorente can. Lorente sending it back up to Sugar's. Santa Rita needing a score right here. Sugar on the offside, then the near side, sending it on through for back-to-back goals by Santa Rita. So, Sugar Erskine and Lorente both scoring here in the early stages of the 6th period. So Santa Rita down by 5. Would like to close that gap at least. And Dorniak gives him back the ball. Sugar Erskine with the mallet on it, and we're going to get a quick whistle, a right-of-way violation, and right into the swing. Take your pick on that play. So the umpire's pointing towards the east end of the field, and I would presume this will not be an open goal penalty, but a penalty for 60-yard defended shot. So Gaston Dorniak picks up the ball, going to put it down at the 60. And Horacio Fernandez Lorente and Pablo Spinacci back Teeing up the ball, we'll see who does the foul shot here, or takes the foul shot. Sugar Erskine has time to go over and change a pony. However, play will not wait. So Santa Rita scoring 1 in the first, 1 in the fourth, 2 here in the sixth. 2 goals on handicap. Total of 6 goals for that squad. And Hawaii Polo Life not scoring here in the sixth. 11 goals on the board, 2 of them by penalty twos. So here is Pablo Spinacci. Wind at his back, 60-yard, defended penalty shot. Spinacci on the grounds. Torres takes a stab at it, gets a piece of it, and it's picked up by Taranco. Taranco's got some room to work. Torres breaking down the center of the field. Torres not going to be able to get to this shot, but Taranco still able to get a shot off. Swings through the hook of Sugar Erskine. Nacho Figueres going to come across, pick up the ball, followed by Lorente. Figueres working it back towards center of the field. Diego Cavanaugh staying back. They've got to get around this 9-goal player if they want to score. Torres comes in to help out off of Diego Cavanaugh's horse, but Lorente able to get back on it. Lorente and come together. A little bit of a write-off, but play the advantage. Play on. Here's Lorente. Lorente told to use it. Cavanaugh comes in, but Spinacci breaks through the pack. Spinacci coming through and scoring a goal at the east end of the field for the 3rd goal of the period for Santa Rita. 5th goal from the field of the game with 2:47 left here in the last chukker of play. So when we come back, we'll hear the whistle, allowing players time for their courtesy horse change, and 40 seconds is the maximum time allowed for these horse changes. That came out of a meeting on Tuesday. Other things that were discussed were if an umpire pony is not ready before the game or at halftime, that team will be penalized with a delay of game penalty. And other things discussed, hitting the ball after the whistle, courtesy horse changes, 40 seconds maximum time, and the umpires only talking to the captains. If not the captain, then any discussion to the umpires must be made through the captains. And turning is going to be strictly enforced, 2 strides or less. If a player is coming down the right of way and an opponent up front turns the ball with an abrupt line change within 2 strides of the player coming down the line, then that will be considered a foul. And the walking delay a game blown a little bit quicker, and we've had one of those today in the 2nd period. So players getting the message not to tinker around with the ball, and when told to use it, they must hit away or run with the ball. If not, it is considered a penalty from the spot. And here we go. The ball's back in play. Diego Cavanaugh hooked by Figueres. Figueres able to receive the shot from Pablo Spinacci, ridden off by Torres. Torres gets a piece of it, but here comes Spinacci. Spinacci coming on through, and Torres hooks him. Here is Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh picks the ball up after the hook by Torres. Cavanaugh sending it up front, down across the center field for Chris Dawson. Chris Dawson drops his horse's head, cantering, unable to get that ball going in his direction, but he doesn't lose his turn. It's sent back up. He can't quite get to it, and a back shot out of there by Nacho Figueres. Picked up by Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh and Taranco come together. A little flip shot back to Taranco. Taranco trying to get by Lorente. Lorente hooks him. Spoils the play for Taranco. Now Lorente on the ball, back over to the boards, looking for Sugar Erskine. Sugar Erskine with those red stirrups on that gray pony. Sugar Erskine can't quite keep it going, but Cavanaugh picks it up along the boards. Cavanaugh now going to be ridden off by Figueres. Cavanaugh turns back towards the inside. Figueres staying with him, sending a shot down to those 2 black helmets, and here comes Taranco blasting by Lorente. Taranco can't take it towards goal, but Lorente can take it across goal. Lorente with a shot downfield looking for Erskine. He doesn't quite reach it, get all of it. So he's sending it back over to the center, looking for Figueres. Figueres reaches back, picks up the ball. Sugar Erskine takes a stab at it, but Spinacci's going to come through and play cleanup. Can he get by Taranco? Hooked on the play. Chris Dawson going to take a neck shot over here to the boards. And here is Lorente. Lorente coming on through, followed up by Figueres. I heard the player call for the ball down the field, but nobody there but Santiago Torres. Santiago Torres going to turn the ball back towards the inside. Torres loses the play to Lorente. Lorente, and we have a whistle right there. Both teams have challenges remaining, so if Sugar, not happy with the call, can make a challenge. So the umpire looking right down the line, and that's exactly what happened. We have a challenge on that play. Good time to use it. 37 seconds left on the clock. Santa Rita not agreeing with the umpire's call, so that play will go towards the booth. And the instant replay official will look it over from different angles. The drone was right there. The end zone camera's there. And I know that Stephanie Schwetz is zoomed in on that play with a bird's eye view. So the instant replay official having lots of angles. And we will, once we get confirmation from the instant replay official, we will relay that information on to you. The call is going to stand, so not a big hurt for Santa Rita with 37 seconds left on the clock, and this is a Cats 2-point challenge right here. And Taranco sends it down the field, but is it gonna have enough gas to get there? Just wide to the right, and a back shot by Lorente off Chris Dawson's pony, and Torres is going to put it on through. So that is going to end game number 8 with a final score of 11-7 in favor of Hawaii Polo Life, leaving them with a record of 1-1 and Santa Rita 0-2. Don't forget to join us today on Chucker TV at 3 o'clock for White Birch taking on Pampa Norte. Pampa Norte, a new team here in the Founders Cup. So tune in to Chucker TV, 3 o'clock. Thank you for joining us here this morning for game number 7 on Chucker TV at the Grand Champions Polo Club.